Hello, all aboard tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play XCOM Apocalypse with me, BlueAnkylo. I have prepped our mission to Sanctuary Clinic for today, and that'll be the majority of the episode, I expect. In between episodes, I did decide to spend all of our money, because we had a lot of income from selling alien parts or weapons and all that. I decided to spend it majoritively on aircraft. So I bought two more hover cars and two more hover cars and four more bikes. So one car each and two bikes each for the two bases. And if possible, I might buy up the rest of them. I'm not going to invest in any more Hawks because we've got a plan for those. We're going to start building our improved Hawks. And I'm kind of investing more and more money into I bought all the Justice launchers and Justice missiles. We've basically capped out our profits, and we'll probably be, as the weeks go by, if we don't get enough profit missiles, we'll replace them with janitors as a backup. But I'm going to try to have as many cars or bikes launch a Justice missile and then get out of the way, and the rest of them just fire profits and janitors as we can. And hopefully that'll increase the first damage wave. And I was thinking about it, in the grand scheme of things on the airwave, if there's a group of UFOs, like say there's like 3 or 4 altogether, the most dangerous time is the first encounter, because they've got the most DPS output at that moment that they'll ever get. Once we shoot one down, you know, that's a significant decrease, then we'll have less chance to lose or stack up damage. So the faster we can take one down, the better. And if that requires just a couple extra profit missiles, or just as much, even if it's just a one-shot missile, just take that first UFO out as quick as possible, and then if half my squad goes back to rearm, or basically they're out of the fight, at least the rest of the squad, which I'm not decreasing the count, we still have the same number of Hawks and everything, they can deal with the remaining air UFOs hopefully a little bit safer. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Buy more, spend all of our money on this stuff, and until we can get a proper upgrade, which unfortunately, like I know I've said a couple times, it's just going to take a long time before we can really build replacements. So that's where all the money went, and that's all for now. So let's send our interceptors in, our Hawks, and we've got to clear out some aliens. Now I did just purchase all the stuff, so I'm going to have to do some micromanagement to get everything equipped, and I need more money, of course, so never enough money. That's the name of the game here. So I decided to do a giant squad attack here. It's fun. You know, I'm not going to do this every time, but now and then I like to show off like the maximum or near maximum engagement. Bring out the maximum firepower. Just for fun. Okay, I am ready to go. So, let's see. We've got all these squads. We'll put them in kind of my default layout lately. I'll probably change anyone with a disruptor down to snapshot, just because they don't get a lot of, well, they use up a lot of time units trying to fire that bad boy. And I have heard that, like, we take an accuracy, like let's look at Gus here, just for interest's sake. He's even starts off flying. Isn't that fun? So, without, like, knowing exactly what the numbers are, you can kind of see their accuracy there. He definitely is going to take a penalty to the disruptor cannon with the toxic gun in one hand. So keep an eye here. It's at, like, I don't know, maybe this line kind of matches up with the handle on the weapon. And then if we equip it, if we unequip this, it should go up a bit. Not a lot. Like, I feel like the percentage of accuracy we lose by switching the weapons out is actually fairly minor. And the truth is, you get, apparently, also you'll lose some accuracy on the toxic gun, even though it's one-handed, by unequipping the, or you gain some accuracy if you unequip the second-handed there. The thing is, I think the effect is even smaller on a one-handed weapon, and I can barely tell the difference anyway. I feel like your accuracy stat, and whether or not you are kneeling, and what type of shot you're taking actually makes way more difference than how many like dual wielding penalties you get. That's just my opinion. If you want max accuracy, you gotta actually lay down And so crawl and have one weapon only and go to aim. That'll be your best shot, but... Anyway, I did notice somewhere along here, we found a couple enemies right off the bat. So we've got... Is that a popper up there? Kind of hard to see. I wish I could... Wish there was a way to make the front walls... I always think like I'm missing something, but... I don't think clicking on it will work. I really don't want... I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time units here. Yeah, see, if I click on it, they try to walk there. So yeah, alright, that's fine. Alright, let's see what we can do over here. Okay, we don't want extra. So the good news is all we have to do is head up. We could take the elevator up. The bad news is the doorway is kind of a waste of time units. So I'm thinking somebody with relatively low time units, like, sorry, Goofy Doofy, for instance. He doesn't have a whole lot of time units. We'll start with him, blow open a path here. He'll go take a look, but I doubt he'll have the time units to do too much about it. So it was a couple poppers, actually. So I'll let him take a couple shots, but primarily I want him out of the way so the rest of the team can get up here. That's a miss. That's the trouble with disruptors. They do a lot of collateral damage. Alright, that was kind of pathetic. Sorry, Goofy Doofy, not what I was hoping for. Let's send in someone else. We're going to send in Taylor Harvey next. And we're going to go for a bit more of a close range shot with the Toxic gun here. Now, I don't think I've seen poppers explode on reaction fire, but I also haven't had a lot of opportunities to test that out. So I'll prefer not to really stand on top of them. Thank you very much. Alright, much better. And still 20 time units left. Beautiful. So we should check if there's any more poppers around. There's no further levels up, but there could be some on the bottom floor, and there could be some on the other side up here. So the next character, whose name is in fact the Paranoid Platypus, is going to go take a look around that corner. Actually, that's a stairway, so you know what? Instead, you can go climb the stairs. It would probably be... Oh, it's like a pool on the roof. That's fun. So yeah, the worst spot would have been if there was poppers up here hopping down on us. That's an interesting spot for a pool, for sure. Neato. Alright, we don't see anything here. We'll just check this corner doubly surely. Don't call me Shirley. That might be a door. Okay, so there's probably a door right there. I'm going to sort of hide Paranoid out of the way. And if anything comes out of there, well... Sucks to be you guys, I guess. I don't know. That's outside the scope of the current mission. Let's check the ground level units. This is definitely a map that I'm not super familiar with. Some of them I know a lot better than others. Should have looked to the left when we first went into this room. Would have been smart. Alright, nothing there. I don't think there's any doors in this one. Some sort of, maybe power plant or something. Maybe this is supposed to be like a nuclear production, and they've got like the tank where the nuclear water, the radiation keeps the... I don't know. I don't know anything about nuclear reactors. Who do you think I am? I'm just some guy whose name is Blue. Alright, so we'll send, you know, maybe one more person up top. That can be, Hector up there. Alright, now seeing as we've got people with flying suits... It is not a terrible idea to send them flying around the sides. So let's send Rodica over here. Take a look around this corner. Maybe. Apparently having some difficulties, but okay, we got a good vision there. I get the feeling that probably is a path. It's probably a a walkway between buildings. Okay, don't worry, I'm not forgetting about the rest of the team. I'm just starting with where there were aliens for sure. Let's switch over to these guys down on this end of the building. I think, again, the owners of this building are just going to have to withstand a little bit of destruction. I'm not sending the team all the way around to get in to check for aliens. We're gonna go in where we need to go in. So we'll send like a couple soldiers forward, and they'll kind of cover this angle. Oh, I should turn this off. It's harder to control like that. I feel like 5 is good for now. And then we'll use one of our disruptor soldiers to make their own way. You can go your own way if you have a disruptor cannon. Alright, they could fly anyways. That makes it easy. Head on up. And nothing... It's nice that there's a lot of glass doors or windows in this area. So we get pretty good vision compared to a lot of... so I think we have to go out and around, actually. The doors are here into the hallway, and they sort of turn around. This is the top floor, so we could have also taken the elevator in. Just trying to decide how many people I want to invest to this upstairs area. We'll definitely send a couple in, one way or the other. That might be enough, but let's go with a squad of like 4. That way they've got some support. Now the rest of this crew, there's quite a lot of people on this mission. I'm going to send a couple around this side. Mostly because I've got to do something with them. And I guess one more can fit on that line. Okay, so we'll send like 4 in that way. We've got 6 facing that way. We've got 4 up there. We've got 3 left. You know, maybe we'll just take the, we'll make our own way one more time. Right, and then that should make some space for a couple more allies. Okay. This is the trouble of having huge squads, you know, it takes a lot more time. But it is much safer to bring the whole army to bear. Right, so... we've still got a lot of people with nothing to do. Alright, so inside of this building should be covered. We've got 4 people upstairs to check the walkway. That's fine. Clearly, a good number of this group is heading straight down the middle. So we'll move them up. Maybe we'll just line up along with the barricades. And that will still leave us with quite a few more soldiers. So what do we do with those 5? Oh boy. Well, I mean, I'm not like I'm super worried, but let's send a couple more inside for support. Each squad would normally have like 6 soldiers, so that makes 6. And I'll send another one around this angle to keep Rodica's support. No one goes alone. Everyone gets at least one backup. And then these 2 are really on the reserves right now. Sorry about that, Sir Danny and Mr. Scarphead. You get a bit of a break for now. Alright, let's see what we get. We've killed 2 poppers and a spitter so far. Something is shooting at us. So I'm not sure if that sound effect was like the shot of a brain sucker pod. Try to keep your eyes open if you can see that little weird circly thing. If we can find it, we might be able to deal with it. Or it's whatever that is. There's smoke over there, so something's going on. Only something. Alright, well, let's proceed with caution. The smoke here was from the first couple shots. This map, it goes for quite a long ways. Like, it's a big area. There's a lot of room to cover here. I don't think I want to move my squad here past this sort of entrance. Okay, we found something. Good eyes. So, Cephalion, you caught sight of a anthropod down there, hey? Alright, take a shot. It's got shields. Of course it does. Alright, let's see if we can take it up with a couple precise Toxigun shots. So we're going to use Bagel Geese, who's got a pretty good aim. That's a miss. That's a hit. Totally a miss. Miss. Anytime now. 1 shot out of 10. 1 shot out of 10. Alright, we got him. No problem. So that's Bagel Geese, one of our hybrids, but the accuracy is starting to improve slowly. We really haven't been taking advantage of psionics much, but, you know, I keep talking about it, so if I keep reminding myself over and over again, maybe I'll show it off eventually a little bit more. Well, the trouble is we need time to pass, and the aliens aren't giving me a lot of time. I just need enough time to go by that we can train up a little bit, and then build a side gym and start also training up in psionics, but so far it's been like, that's a luxury I can't afford. That'd be one thing if we weren't playing it on like superhuman difficulty. Oh, I see. I thought this was like the glow of the lights. This is like a glass cover for the lights, actually. So we're probably easier to fly across. Okay, never mind. Stop, stop. No. Rodica decided to abandon you. Sorry, Panda. Panda, not so ace. You're on your own. I don't think there's a good command to just stop your movement. If you hit the backspace button, they'll crouch, but you've got to be pretty quick or else you kind of miss your chance. Alright, the paranoid platypus. Have a look. Don't be paranoid. Totally safe. We'll go as far as the next door. Another wide hallway. Alright. So I think we'll set up shop around here. Try to get everyone to move into that room if possible. Although I get the feeling Goofy Doofy, with his relatively poor movement, might be better off just providing some cover fire from up here. You know, shoot out this window if we need to, and then take some pot shots into the central area. Where did Rodica fly herself off to, anyway? Oh, we've also got this extra one. Head up here, too. So which one? Where is our Rodica? Alright, you have flown somewhere that I couldn't see you, that's all. If I paid really close attention, I could have seen that shadow. Speaking of paying close attention, I'm supposed to be looking for, you know, pods on the ground that are gonna crack open and eat us all. Let's move this group up, because we need to see this angle a little bit better, I think. Although I think we'll stop here. I'm not going to be too aggressive. Oops. Oh, no. Not aggressive, just dumb. That's all. Sorry about that, Pyro. Sometimes it's just easy to get confused. Alright, I want to take a quick look in this room. I doubt there's anything here. We're in like the robots manufacturing halls. Alright, so this building looks pretty clear. We'll still go upstairs and check though. And there's nothing else above. So this team, everybody that's in this building probably will be heading towards the hallway, just like the team in the upper area of the other base. Oh! Well, we found something. Slinking in the corners. Alright, well, if I remember correctly, Toxiguns counter multi-worms pretty hardcore. So this should be okay. Good luck, error. Pretty sure this kills all the babies. It did indeed kill all the babies. Alright, I was correct. Alright, so you're fine. You're fine. That was a good catch. Really nice to grab those at, like, the beginning of your turn before you're out of time. And toxic guns are definitely the best weapon against those puppies. Is it fair to call them puppies? They're pretty gross. The ugliest puppy you ever saw. Alright, making some good forward push here. Everyone's kind of on the same horizontal line, which I like, because it means we've got a lot of... No one's really overextended. We've got lots of backup and support if we need it, no matter where the aliens appear. Right. I'm not going to push through this doorway yet, but we'll set up around it. And my guess is the aliens are going to be more around this anthropod down that way. And we've got a pretty good setup here, so... If anything comes at us through the middle, we should be protected. Eventually, we'll get some overwatches from up here if we need them as well. Alright, they're taking shots at us. They must be cloaked. Shields are holding. They're firing like mad. Madmen. Mad Max aliens. I mean, I had a feeling there'd be more down there, right? I mean, I just called it. Don't run into the line of fire, civilians. This is a terrible place. Go hide in the corner. You guys, or girls, you gals, need to get out of the way here. I would not trust you in front of my agents firing. They're notoriously bad at killing civilians. Okay, so we actually can't see them, so they've got to be cloaked. So we're gonna have to move forward no matter what. And I vote that it's time for these scions to earn their pay. Get up there and find me some anthropods. They might be flying. They might not be. You found one. Found three. Two at least. Alright, if you can get here with 7, you should be able to kill them. You found skeletoids. Oh man, there's a lot of cloaked aliens. Alright. One down. Lots of explosives. Didn't even have shields. Alright, so they're all cloaked. Oh, of course there's a... Of course there'd be a brain sucker that way. Alright, 2 good shots. Come on. No. Good. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit difficult. The civilian is directly in the line of fire here. If I knew which ones had shields ahead of time, it would make things a little bit easier. This one doesn't have any shields on, so there's no specific reason not to use the Devastator on it. Wonder if I can... I was thinking I might be slightly more accurate by targeting behind it, but that didn't work too well. Cloaking is definitely not great for long-range shots. Let's try some medium accuracy here. And we got one. This is pretty far away, though. Whoa! Would have been cool if that killed the brain sucker. Alright, well, let's see how far we can get with how many time units left, and we'll sort of sort it out from there. I am not terribly confident on getting much past this civilian chick. Try to fly over her. That might get us this one. There we go. Well, we're making progress here, but there's still a few left. 4 shots. No line of fire? One of these glass cases must be blocking it. Might have hit his foot there. Alright, what else can you guys do? Anyone with really good running? Any good quarter-mile sprinters here? I guess we'll check out how far Mr. Scarphead can get. Going for the run. 17 time units. It's not a lot, but with relatively good accuracy, he might be able to take this thing out with a few shots. Mr. Scarpid, what if I just go like this? That's even worse. All right, I was not really impressed, Mr. Scarpid. You're not showing off your amazing. You know, your running skills were okay, but then your shooting skills, that was where you failed there. 4 shots. Not even 3 shots. 8 shots. Who needs all that glass? Come on. Come on. Come on. You managed to hit it once, and you shot this girl once. Ah, you guys. Expected more out of my team. Alright, not a flyer. Go for a run. Alright, Soltrez 2.0. You're probably even more out of shape than the other guys. We really do need to kill this brain sucker, though, so that might be your job. Your accuracy is not... You're kind of new, so... One of the newer agents. But I'd rather take... Three shots, or I think it's still better. No, let's just take 3 shots. Miss. Ah, good shooting. All right. Now, one thing I haven't really been doing is checking these corpses for brain suckers. Don't suppose you got a shot. Oh, you did have a shot, but you missed. Well, to be honest, if all that survives is a skeletoid with a laser disruptor, or a disruptor cannon, we're probably okay. I will try to put a stop to that, though. Depending on how many time units we can have here. I don't think Blanket's going to have a whole lot left. 10 to use. And we can see 2! There's something... I don't know what he's seeing. If I could get the target cursor, I'd know at least what square to check. That one. There's something inside. It might just be like an egg. Could be like a hyperworm, an egg, maybe a popper. Probably a popper would have smoke. So I'm going to be ignoring that one for now. I'm going to really be hoping we can get a shot in here. Oh, there we go. Good. Okay. So the main central force that I was worried about is dealt with. Maybe we can get someone to check what that is. What it is. Pretty long way away. Well... Unfortunately, our aim at this range is not ideal. Let's try somebody else. Maybe we can get a little bit closer here. Alright, the paranoid platypus. Can you deal with whatever's in this corner? That was dumb. That's not what I wanted you to do at all. You wasted 5 time units. My precious shots! It sounded like it was probably an egg. Can't get close enough really to check. Okay, we should probably check out some of these other rooms, just in case, you know. Looks pretty empty to me. We haven't checked the ground floor at all, but... for this turn. Move some people up again. Don't let me forget Rodica here. Okay, so the upper management team, or upper level team, whatever you want to call them. Upper management's a good name. They're on break. There we go. Not like it's probably going to help much, but they're prepared. These guys are kind of... I wouldn't say redundant or anything. Let's plan for them to have a couple soldiers... Well, At least one to keep an eye on the doorway, basically. At least we have a couple shots if anything comes that direction. Alright, now this angle. We got tons and tons of troops ready to go. Let's get on into this room. Start clearing this area out. I think we'll go 2 and 2. Assume that's a door? Actually, I don't know. I don't know how to get into this room other than shooting through. It's fine, everyone just stay together. I've already shot up enough parts of the building, right? Alright, so the previously occupied hyper room area, hyperworm, or multi-worm. It wouldn't surprise me if there's more worms nearby. But you never know with these sneaky aliens where they're gonna hide. Oh, look at that! Look how sneaky they are! You guys will be fine. Alright, we're gonna have someone from the back, like John Rico. Just move on in and blast them. Like that. Like so. Alright. That's what we get for not checking our corners. Alright, the first building should be clear. We killed the spitter. Entering the second building. I probably don't need as many agents right on the edge of the map here. I think I might split a couple off and send them into the building for support. I mean, it's, yeah, I don't know, it's fine. This team is probably less likely to get a whole lot of contacts, but we'll follow pattern. Alright, good sweep. Pretty good round, nothing that we know of is alive, and we might not have a lot of time units, but no one's in immediate concern for their life, so let's see what happens. Probably not too many aliens left. I wouldn't be surprised if all that's left is either a cloaked anthropod or skeletoid, but they may have panicked and are just hiding somewhere. I wouldn't be too surprised if that's all that's left. Like, you know how there's a spitter in this corner? There could be another spitter hiding in the corner or something like that that's just panicked. But we'll see. Honestly, not a bad mission so far. Don't want to jinx it or anything, but they are, as much as it might be a little bit, I don't know if it's boring exactly, but it's a little bit more time consuming. They're so much easier when you can send all these soldiers in. Okay, so this room looks kind of empty. We can actually check the upstairs with the squad that's already upstairs. You focus on your own floor, basically. This looks to be an annoying kind of apartment complex that is usually more of a pain to clear than any other area, just because there's so many rooms. So I'll send like 3 or so that way. Hopefully all there is maybe a spitter or something around one of the corners. And seeing as we have shields and stuff, it's not as bad as it used to be. But yeah, clearing every single room can be a bit of a bother. Okay, good coverage down here. Because of all the glass, we've got pretty good vision. And these guys can definitely keep moving forward. The cautious sweeping Ankylo. Even putting people into crouch to really lay on the covering fire. Alright, and then the central area where it's more likely to find aliens. Let's keep flying down the middle so we might get some cloak spotted if there is any. Also, if you're already in the air, you have maybe some protection from well, perhaps poppers and brain suckers. I really should be checking these corpses though, just in case there's nasties in them. So we're already at this next building. The central team, because I flew down the middle, is already kind of outpacing some of the side teams. So we're going to want to slow it down here a little bit. We'll check our corpses, and then make sure there's nothing nasty coming at us. And then we might slow it down a little bit. Lots of explosions, lots of stuff for me to sell. Gotta make my money. Alright, I don't think I have anyone else flying through the middle. That's 6 of them, that should be fine. Now, I didn't really send a whole lot. The plan was to send more people into this building to clear the ground floor, but one will have to do, I guess. And the second floor is pretty well cleared, so the only area that's dangerous in this floor is going to be kind of this back section. So we'll let Sir Danny start, and we'll keep him a couple backup units. They're trying to catch up, basically. Alright. Little water features, basically. Alright, and then for the most part, we're just moving forward, heading to the next, probably the last section of the map. I expect there's probably just one more sort of building's worth of area. And we can probably just send... I want to see what's in the corner here. Yeah, I don't see any corpses, so... I'm assuming it was probably just an alien egg. Alright, that should be everybody. Except for these two. They're just gonna hang out back here. It's fine. Sometimes I miss people when I'm moving them around. They end up flying a Z level too high, and it's no big deal. Okay, good. Come out, just come out and... Oh, there's a worm hiding. They're actually in between a couple of my groups. That should be fine, though. Maybe that's the last alien. Yeah, that's what happens when one group extends in front of the others. There's little holes that the aliens have a chance to skip through. Maybe we can use our Overwatch team on the second floor to shoot that that worm. So we're looking at... It was behind us, right? Like in here. Yeah, we never actually got to that room. I was sort of working my way over. So let's double check from here, if that's all there is. Probably. So who is this? C. Jingles? What do you think? You got the motion? Alright, took a little bit of shot. And you got your kill. Alright, and that was it. That was all we were looking for. Just one multi-worm hanging out there in the corner. Congratulations, Taylor Harvey. You got yourself a promotion. Well, that wasn't really that bad. What I do need to do, though, although I probably won't show it off on camera other than the testing phase, I need to find out if any other buildings nearby are infested. Because if I don't clean it up now, it just gets worse. And, well, I'm sure we've talked about it enough times by now. So I'm going to check the other sanctuary clinic and also check the Nutravend. Right? Okay. And I guess I'll actually should just save it at this point because it's a bit quicker. Temporary checker. Are there more aliens here? There sure are. All right. So I'll probably do this one off camera in a second because, I mean, you saw the last infiltration. It wasn't that interesting, I don't think. What are we looking at anyway? Maybe we could just clear it out really quick. Couple brain suckers and a whole bunch of eggs. Maybe that's all? Wouldn't count on it. Bunch of brain suckers up here. This has been quite effective. Pretty good start, Tom Rayner. I guess I'm not going to reload like I was thinking. I just wanted to check if both buildings had, Where are we getting shot from here? Alright, well there's actually a fair number. Well, I guess we'll just keep going. Should have moved a little bit closer. Oh, I forgot to put it on run. Oh, I got excited. All right, hold on. I wasn't even really planning on doing this. I was just checking for aliens, right? Hopefully I can recover this from a kind of lazy start. We got more people that can fly. We'll be okay. Because so many aliens start so close, actually makes this mission a little bit easier. Should just move a little bit closer, honestly. There we go. Alright, and then we saw some skeletoids up above us even higher. Alright, can't get too many shots, but we can fly up to here. Ooh, nice shooting. Taylor Harvey. Oh, man, that was beautiful. End of the game. Still, that was a really nice start. No problem there. If we can take out like 3 brain suckers and 2 skeletoids on the first turn, that's a incredibly successful start. I wonder if you were actually missing those shots. Alright, we got more eggs dealt with. Kind of slightly worried about time units here, so we're gonna shoot another hole in the wall. Alright, so the entrance is clear for the most part. Obviously there's more aliens somewhere out there, but pretty good start. Well, geesh, I don't really have a huge plan here. I just sort of, you know, got sucked into that real quick with, let's kill those brain suckers. Get it? I got sucked into it. Ha ha ha. Alright, well, we got people kind of spread out. Let's just take up some defensive positions and see what happens with the alien move. If you can fly, you may as well fly. Probably go up a floor here, actually. Seems like most of this map is going to be sort of vertical. Also, just get an idea of where we start. We started... Oh! We know there's an alien in here as well. How do we know? Jeesh. Oh, look, we can see him. I didn't even notice him. Okay, so... What's the easiest way to get there? Probably this group? Alright, we're going to use... We're going to start with Gus, who's awful, but maybe not that awful. This should be one dead anthropod, no matter what. Nothing too scary. Okay. And that was it! Look at that! That's the fastest mission ever, done in the first turn. Well, hot diggity. Alright. Well, let me just save again here, because I was meaning to just temporarily check for aliens like that. That might be it. I mean, I'll check this one as well, and that's it. So I think it's reasonably likely that we've cleared out all the alien infiltration. It won't tell us for a few hours, but we did one mission at a sanctuary clinic and one mission at a Nutrivend, and the only nearby other buildings for those were... Well, there was nothing else nearby. It was those two. So if there's another sanctuary clinic, they would have had to drop it off at the opposite end of the city, which seems rather unlikely. And with Nutrivend, same kind of thing. There's nothing really nearby they could have hopped to. It'd be far more likely that we would have seen, like, technocrats or something. So that might be it, actually. Cool. Well, then we can continue for another couple minutes. Although it is becoming a bit of a long episode, because that was a little bonus there. I want to see how much money we make from selling some gear, if any. Okay. Oh, the Extropians and the Cult of Sirius probably getting shot up by Megapole. Okay, let's make a little bit of money and see how we're looking here. I'm definitely selling more Devastator cannons. As nice as they are, we need the cash. So down, down, down we go. Haven't had to raid the cults for a while, but okay, Devastator cannons. I'm gonna hold on. I'm actually only gonna hold on to 2. Like, I really need the money right now for my my Air Force plans, and I'm not willing to. I'm not willing to sell shields just yet. I still haven't actually tried the motion. You know, I keep forgetting that I want to try out the motion scanners, and I always forget. I always forget that. So I apologize for saying I will do something and then completely forgetting about it. All right, so I think probably all we've got for sale right now from the weapon, like from the alien missions, is disruptor cannons and the occasional brain sucker or entropy pod, which are mostly useless. Like, they're not really worth a whole lot to sell. But I'll hold on to a couple Devastator cannons and try to make some good money. We're not even getting disruptor guns anymore. We're already up to sort of more valuable tech. Okay, and that's another 50,000 almost. So, my plan here is... Oh, also, we picked up one of these. I can show you what that is. If we go to one of our quantum physics labs that has access to that, we can see that this is a disruptor inversion bomb. Now, I didn't really see the aliens using it on us. Like, it's a different weapon type, so if you paid attention in the combat, you could have seen it. But obviously they've already teched up again. I was thinking actually that I'm gonna stop researching this and switch to UFO Type 5, because I think it's gonna be more important. Okay, no project. I think it's more important to bang this out than to bang all the ground combat items. Like, now, finishing these researches would give us money, but this might give us better air-to-air combat earlier on, which I think is probably more important. And we've already done UFO 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. So 5 is missing, and we haven't seen Type 7 or 8 or anything yet. So this one will catch us up for all possible UFO tech at the moment. So I'm just going to switch those labs around for the moment. And other than that, the big money was like maybe start building an advanced workshop. But as long as I've got important things to research, I'm going to keep researching before I destroy that. Or wait till this is completed, then just move them over. So then, of course, what I was talking about was craft. So I bought a couple more cars, and I think I bought them, like, the engines and stuff ahead of time. So there you go, upgraded engine. We've got the extra weapons that get plopped on here. I think I bought them where possible, the additional missile accuracy. So I was trying to do a little bit of this stuff off camera to save some time. And we can go double accuracy for the medium styles. Big engine in there. And the bikes. Right, these are the ones that are terrible. We don't want that. Upgrade the engines. And if they had access to it, I bought light weapons control, just so they have the most missile accuracy possible, because that's what we're sort of focusing on at the moment. And again, I'll do these upgrades real quick for you guys, as quick as I can anyway. Unfortunately, the more of these bikes we get, the more sort of micro-intensive this stuff becomes. That's everything. So I think the cars actually came with the Deluxe or the SD Sports. So I probably ended up with a couple extra SD Sports, more than I needed. Probably one for each base extra. Which means I should buy another hover bike, actually, because I've got the engines all ready to go. The question is really how I want to split the weapons up. I suppose because they're so fragile, just launch a missile and then go home. It's kind of boring, but it might be the best solution. Also, maybe only give Justice launchers to vehicles that have the extra accuracy. And we can't really equip any more Prophets because we're out of ammo for them. So there's just not a lot of choices. It's missiles, it's either long-range missiles, janitor missiles, or the bolt laser. And I'm not too confident in using lasers at this stage in the game. So I think this is kind of the best I can do. And I'll have to do a little bit of AI micromanagement after the episode's over. Another car. Get equipped. Now, it might make sense to not have the cars, because the cars, well, no. The cars are not really any more durable than the bikes. Like, the bikes will die in one hit, the cars will die in like 1 or 2 hits, and they're more valuable, so losing them is even worse. So it doesn't, I don't think it makes a huge difference how we distribute the missiles. Just as well as we've got ammo to distribute. Alright, so let's buy 1 more bike each. It's going to be a real pain for me to send the squads out for the next UFO attack. But we'll get that sorted out. 1 more bike per each. They've already got the engines, and I should have enough missiles for now. And then that'll be enough purchasing for the moment. And then we can sell their junk gear that they start with. Alright, so where's my new bikes? One more time. I know I try to do a lot of this stuff off camera just because it gets kind of monotonous, but I figure we should show it off now and then just so you know what it's like. Just so you get to see some of it as well. It's only fair. Alright. And some janitors. Alright, we got enough weapons to get... You know what? You can have the better launcher. That'll do for now. And I might rename them so I can keep track of them a bit better. We'll see. I might as well sell the lousy garbage engines. And... yeah, we're going to have to research that before we can really do anything with it. Oh, both bases will have garbage engines. Oh, that's one of the things I was meaning to buy too, actually, before I forget. I want to buy some Illyrium, because what I really want to use is more lineage plasma cannons, and we don't want to run out of ammo for those if we can avoid it. So buy all the Illyrium every week. But first, I'll sell off 40mm autocannons and those rounds. That'll make us a fair bit of money. I mean, it just helps pay off some of the purchase price, basically. It's not like we're really making money. Hold on to the profits for now. Get rid of the autocannons. So, the first base has a pretty good stock of Illyrium. The second base does not, so spend the money there. And that should probably do it. Hopefully we get a lot of new lineage plasma cannons next week. And as soon as we can craft our own, we won't actually need them. We'll just switch all of it to the disruptors. Alright, that's good enough for now, I think. Now that they're using the disruptor bomb, or whatever the name of that new weapon is, we might actually get something out of the missile evasion. But for now, I just don't want to mess with it. We pretty much need to be using like XCOM craft that have lots of equipment slots to really get a lot out of that kind of thing. Alright, let's put a save down, and we need to end the episode, but I'm just going to let a little bit of time pass just to sort of see what's going on, maybe get to the end of the day, because we've had like 5 episodes in the last 50 minutes of game time. Also, what I could do here is find out... Alright, Megapole. So that wasn't last time, like, that's why you have to check it every so often. That wasn't identified last time, so I'm assuming then... 1 Megapole building near the ones we were checking out probably has some aliens. So, odds are this one, because it's right beside 2, which is kind of crazy. And if this is correct, I will be clearing this one off camera just to save a little bit of time, because we have not made a whole lot of progress overall in the last few episodes. Lots of good missions, of course, but sometimes I want the game time to go forward. So let me do my checker, and if we do indeed have aliens here, then I know, and I will finish them off camera. And there we do. So that was even a building that didn't show on the alien infestation the last time. So if I was smart, I would have just checked all the buildings around, and maybe I will after this, just to see if they've spread further, because clearly this could just go on forever. if by the time we see them in the graph, they've already spread to a neighboring building, and then you're always one behind kind of thing. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode here, except, I'll have a quick look just so you guys can see what this map looks like. And next time I'll give you the recap if there's anything to say. This might be a map I haven't seen before. Just a different tile set. Looks pretty open. Lots of levels, but nice wide open spaces. It looks fairly small. Like we're only 2 tiles. No, we're 3 tiles across. Alright, but I don't expect it to be too much trouble. And I'll save some time by doing it off camera. So next time we'll come back. Hopefully have time to sort of move the plot forward. I'll also set up the AI for the bikes and stuff off camera, unless I completely forget, so that next episode we're ready for the next UFO attack. Alright folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.